a safer working environment, because this is a potential, not a burden for the private sector. Accreditation ensures that conformity assessment bodies have the highest standards of integrity, impartiality, and competence.
The federal government of Nigeria welcomed the initiative, especially as it conforms with the Nigeria Economic Recovery and Development and Growth Plan, the RGP, which is aimed at redirecting the focus of the economy from the oil sector only to the non-oil sector.
These assessment organizations believe closing the gap in non-quality products is a vital consideration for governments, regulators, and businesses aimed at keeping people safe in the world. Anita Patrick, CoreTV News, Abuja.
Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association has empowered 19 widows of the fallen heroes and 25 other women from the private sector as part of its vision to complement the welfare of the Nigerian Armed Forces and their families. President Defense Police Officers' Wives Association, Omobolanle Olanishaki, described the gesture as a way of contributing to national development. Kikele Mokere has the story.
Graduation is a time of celebration and triumph of students who have worked so hard. Speaking at the event, President Defense Police Officers' Wives Association says the idea of the skill acquisition is to empower the women and less privileged, thereby contributing to the socio-economic development of the country.
The end of your training and what you have learned while at the center is to prepare you to face the challenges ahead. You have had the opportunity to secure your future and in the process create jobs and livelihood for others too. Hence, I urge you to be bold and courageous.
The graduating students were urged to engage themselves positively and remain focused in what they do.
That will come out since the government is into it by empowering a lot of people.
Whatever opportunity that have been given to you, try and exploit it. In the opening remark by the president, he gave you the reason why they established this program. And one key word which I got from there is for you to be able to have enough resources to train your children.
Some of the graduating students also air their views.
Something and she have touched our life. It's for me out there to go out and do what will help me and my children.
The ability of the Defense Officers' Wives Association to graduate this fifth set of trainees is an assurance that the organization is keeping pace with developing humanity and indeed the less privileged. Kikelomo Okeri, CoreTV News, Abuja.
Medical expert Omotala Ogunleye has called on the federal government to establish youth-friendly centers for young females to enable them seek more knowledge about their physiology. She notes that the center will both enlighten and empower them on their physiological changes at puberty. Lipman Oyedeji has details.
The medical doctor made the call during a sensitization workshop for the female students of Enrile Community High School, Kwara State, about their good menstrual health management. The team leader, Omotola Ogunleye, attributes teenage pregnancies and other social vices among the young female to lack of knowledge. He also points out that inadequate information and lack of proper orientation for the girl child had led to the increasing incidences of early pregnancies among girls. According to her, a youth-friendly center will serve as an intermediary between teachers and parents so that girls will see it as an appropriate place to seek more clarification about their body changes, because most students will feel uncomfortable sharing their experiences to their parents or their teachers.
I believe there should be a youth-friendly center where these children can come to access information and ask questions without being stigmatized, without being discriminated. And I believe by the time this sensitization continues, by the time this information is being spread across borders, female folks, the girl child will be aware of what should be done and what should not be done.
Earlier in his goodwill message, The facilitator, Kayode Shubair, admonished the students to pay more attention to the interaction because they are the leaders of tomorrow. Because health is wealth, their ability to understand themselves make them dismiss misguided counsel from selfish individuals and also make them pursue their dreams wisely.
We're still reaching the women in the town, but we have trained you so that you can pass the message when you get home. You have sisters, you have aunts. We want you to pass this message. You are the first to come in contact with us. You are the first to sit under this lecture, meaning that you are trained to train as many other people outside.
Recent investigations by the World Health Organization reveals that an estimated 46 million persons in Nigeria practice open defecation. This development is very high by global standard and estimate and should constitute some concerns for all stakeholders given its health implications. Arite Fanga gives us details.
According to the United Nations Children's Fund, Nigeria is ranked third among countries of the world where people still practice open defecation, despite several efforts by successive administrations to curb these unhealthy acts. In 2017, the federal government redoubled efforts in support and implementation projects within select 70 local government areas of 6 states, consisting Bauchi, Benue, Katsina, Zamfara, Kaduna, and Jigawa, with an extension of the project to 100 local government areas in 8 states. Kano and Yobe states were added as beneficiaries of the project. As the federal government remains firm on its commitment to improve sanitation and hygiene, it is expected that it will continue to demonstrate its obligation to release counterpart monetary contribution for provision of water, sanitation, and hygiene facilities. Citizens, on their part, must remain resolute to construct and use toilets not only at household levels, but in public places such as markets, motor parks, and places of worship, schools, and health centers. This is because the eradication of open defecation in the country will help improve sanitation, which is one of the Sustainable Development Goals aimed at reducing diseases by about 50%. Arit A. Fanga, CoreTV News, Abuja.
There has been apprehension at Ungwan Lambu, a predominantly student settlement in Kefi local government area of Nasarawa State following the outbreak of suspected Salmonella enteritis disease. It was gathered that 1 person has died from the epidemic which broke out in the area last week. Investigation revealed that those affected by the disease were mostly Nasarawa Student University students living in Ungwan Lambu, a student settlement close to the campus. Some students who spoke on condition of anonymity said some victims of the epidemic were on admission at the school clinic. Symptoms were observed when some were stooling and at the same time vomiting consistently. A community leader in Ungwan Lambu, Abaka Muhammad, disclosed that one Ramatu Abdullahi, a housewife and a mother of 8, lost her life to the disease a day after she was admitted to the general hospital. The Plateau State government has confirmed the outbreak of cholera disease across the state, and the State Commissioner for Health, Kudin Kamshak, says indeed the state has recorded over 170 cases of cholera in the state. The commissioner, who spoke to journalists in Jos, said the disease is caused as a result of poor sanitary conditions of residents who lack maintenance of clean and healthy environment.
In Plateau State?
Yes, we had recorded some cases. So far we've had 107 suspected cases. We took samples from 5 of them, and 3 of them came out to be positive for cholera. So it is a confirmed fact that we have an outbreak of cholera on the plateau. What the state government is doing about it is first and foremost to go about enlightenment campaign to tell people that yes, cholera is with us here, and for the need for people to ensure that they keep their environment clean, that they ensure that their water, sources of water supply is the one that is safe. what we call the disease surveillance and notification officers in the 17 local government areas, and their business is to ensure that they report cases of outbreaks like this to the DEX officer who is domiciled within the state capital, and he in turn will report to the permanent secretary and then the commissioner for health, and we in turn will transmit same to the Nigeria Center for Disease Control for actions.
You're watching News at 4 on CoreTV News. We'll bring you more stories from the foreign scene. After this break, stay with us.
The judiciary, third arm of government. What happens here is what we give to you. The arraignments, arguments, rulings, adjournments of cases and judgments. The fight against corruption and issues bordering on human rights violations.
The doctrine of least spenders ought to have been respected, that no arm of government, however powerful, should take the laws into its hands as held by the Supreme Court.
Justice is one way. It's either you go for justice or justice go after you. But I've never seen a situation where an individual is afraid of justice.
We move from court to court to give you updates on legal matters, when they happen and where they are happening. Going extra miles to get reactions from the parties, even when they are not in the mood to speak.
No comment. Talk to my lawyer.
Watch Legal Scope on CoreTV News at this time.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and...
You're watching News at 4 on CoreTV News. Outside Nigeria, North Korean state media have raised the possibility that the isolated country could establish a new relationship with the United States. It comes a day before North Korean leader Kim Jong-un meets U.S. President Donald Trump for historic talks. The comments mark a shift in tone from North Korea after decades of animosity towards the U.S. Meanwhile, Trump has said he has a good feeling about the much-anticipated summit. Both leaders arrived for the talks, the first time ever between a sitting U.S. president and a North Korean leader in Singapore. Trump tweeted on Monday morning that there was excitement in the air in the Asian country ahead of the summit. He hopes the meeting will kickstart a process that eventually sees Kim give up nuclear weapons. U.S. President Donald Trump has fired off a string of angry tweets criticizing America's closest allies hours after leaving a divisive G7 summit in Canada. Trump said the U.S. paid close to the entire costs of NATO to help protect countries that rip U.S. off on trade. Trump added, in response to the threats of new tariffs against the U.S., fair trade, which is now to be called full trade. His tirade came after G7 allies criticized his decision to reject a joint communique. German Chancellor Angela Merkel said on TV late on Sunday that his change of heart was sobering and a little depressing, while the French presidency had earlier condemned it as fits of anger. After Trump had left the summit in Quebec, he rounded off Justin Trudeau and personally, and suggesting that the Canadian Prime Minister was very dishonest and weak and acts hurt whenever called out. A rescue ship carrying 629 migrants is stranded in the Mediterranean after Italy's new interior minister refused permission for it to dock. Matteo Salvini, leader of the right-wing League Party, promised during Italy's recent general election to take a tough stance against migration. He says Malta should accept the Aquarius, but it refused, arguing that it falls under Italy's jurisdiction. Italy is the main entry for migrants who are trying to cross to Europe. SOS Mediterranean say among those saved are 123 unaccompanied minors, 11 younger children, and 7 pregnant women. Sports now. Genyi Onazi has been dropped as assistant captain of the Super Eagles ahead of the 2018 World Cup in Russia. This might not be unconnected to his squabble with a team leader, John Obi Mikel. It was reported that all is still not well in the Super Eagles camp ahead of the World Cup. According to the reporter, Nazi, who plies his trade with Trabzonspor of Turkey, would no longer serve as assistant captain. The national team manager, Gennett Rowe, is not disposed to the appointment of a vice captain, saying the idea was counterproductive to his plans ahead of the Mundial. Rowe has resolved to cancel the position of assistant captain in the Super Eagles, as it is believed to be one of the issues militating against the team. Now, Neymar and his Brazil teammates landed on Russia's soil in the early hours of Monday, fresh from beating Austria 3-0 in their final warm-up outing ahead of the World Cup. As the clock ticks down to Thursday's tournament opener in Moscow between hosts Russia and Saudi Arabia, the five-time World Cup winners arrived in Sochi, the Black Sea resort city where they will be based, just before 3 a.m. local time. The Brazilians made their journey with their confidence boosted after Neymar marked his first start in more than 3 months by scoring in the victory over the Austrians in Vienna. World number 1 Rafael Nadal won an 11th French Open title by beating Austrian Dominic Thiem in straight sets. Nadal won 6-4, 6-3, 6-2 to earn his 17th Grand Slam, 3 adrift of Roger Federer's all-time men's record. Despite having cramp in the third, he increased the tempo further, beating Thiem in his first major final win.
Number 11 for Rafa. As impressive as any that came before.
Encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will free give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody. The authority of the law they pass belongs to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let change up. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will free give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody. The authority of the law they pass belongs to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let change up. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
It's another episode of your daily program, The People. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. Well, on the streets, feeling the pulse of Nigerians on topical matters. This time around, we'll be talking concerning the permanent voter card. How many Nigerians are indeed willing to go get theirs? And those who have, are they going to go out there and cast their votes come 2019 general elections in the country? Well, let's hit the streets to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. As I remain your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. See you more on the streets. Do you have PVC?
Yes, of course.
You got PVC?
Yes.
Are you going to vote?
Quite right. I have to vote because my vote shows we judge my conscience.
Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. You got PVC?
I not get.
Why you not go vote?
We go vote as we go vote. Yes.
I get am. You sure say again?
I get am, sir.
Go vote?
I go vote too. I go vote.
Thank you very much. Why don't you have PVC?
I don't just have it.
Are you not going to vote?
I'm not interested.
Right now, I don't have.
Why?
Because there are a lot of things going on.
Are you not going to vote come 2019?
I will vote, sure. When it's time, I will go and register. But currently, I don't have. And to get registered too is another difficult task that we are facing. And we work in the private sector, so where will the time be? So if they can make it so easy everywhere that we can easily access it, then that is the challenge I'm facing now.
Votes no dey count.
Really?
They know how they put the person they want there. So vote is for the layman.
So vote no dey count?
Doesn't count.
So you don't get PVC?
I don't even want at all. Even though they give me, I will reject it because it doesn't count.
People are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. Okay, you want to wait so I can talk to you? Are we good? Nigerians are suffering.
I've tried, I couldn't.
Really?
Yes.
So are you not going to try to get one?
Well, if there's any means I can do that, I'll still try.
No, I don't have.
Why?
Although I registered when we are registering for voters card, there is a time to go and collect the card. I couldn't find my card. I even went for re-registration. They said there's no chance, so I didn't bother so much. For now, I don't have card. Any other registration, I will go and register and vote. If they should give more chance for registration, I will register and vote.
Do you have PVC?
Yes, I do.
Are you going to vote come 2019?
Okay, I may.
Why?
Only say if I see the better candidate coming up, I may vote. If I didn't see, I will relax as well.
You know that vote is your power to make decisions.
I know, but not my vote decides.
Really?
As far as Nigerian vote is concerned, not your vote decide. Who is to be the president or whatever have been decided already by the party or by the hierarchy. So your vote is just for voting sake.
You get PVC?
No.
Huh? No. Why?
I will go and program it. I don't have share.
Why you don't get? You don't go vote?
I will vote now.
Yeah, it's good to have it. It's good. It's good. Okay. At least it's your power to vote whoever you want to be there.
Okay.
So without your voter's card, nothing. Stop complaining. Stop saying this man, that man, that man. Come out to your voter's card and vote the person you want. That is your power. That is your strength.
PVC?
Of course, I have.
You go vote?
Why I will vote?
Come 2019.
I'll vote.
I'll vote. I have my permanent voter card.
Really?
Yes.
Can you show me?
I'm not with it yet, but I have the one that I did 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to vote come 2019?
Yes, I will do that.
Why?
Yeah, I'm eligible to vote. So by virtue of right, I need to partake.
Of course I have.
Are you going to vote come 2019?
Yeah, I will vote. But this change, they're not really doing anything at all. 2015, when we vote them, we thought that maybe things will change in this country.
You don't have permanent voter. You don't want to vote?
The one where we vote, waiting be the game, where we the game inside. How you go vote? You the face punishment.
But for Lagos here,
Ambode should carry. Nobody should contest with Ambode. Ambode should go ahead.
Permanent voter card, PVC.
I get.
You go vote?
I'll go vote now.
What's your advice to those who don't get the permanent voter card?
I don't know about for people for that one because I don't know what time we talk for that one, sir.
Do you have permanent voter card?
Yes, I have it.
You go vote for 2019?
Why won't I vote? I will vote now.
What's your advice for those who don't get permanent voter card?
My advice for them is maybe when the avenue for them to have it is out, so they should just come out and just go and get their own. You understand? So that's just it.
Well, this country don't have person, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's only God can help us. But at least now, person don't have choice and I need to do it. I'll vote.
Do you have your permanent voter card?
Yes, of course.
Are you going to vote come 2019?
Definitely. In Jesus' name. Definitely, I'm going to vote.
Why are you voting?
I want the progress for Nigeria for myself and for the family. 2019, people they are going to vote Buhari to enter another second time to rule this nation for better. Because people are disturbing that man to do relation, to get everything right. Definitely, everybody has opened the eye. All these big men, they have to go and sit down somewhere. Allow this man to do his own, the work, send him to come and do for Nigeria. I'm not a politician. You know, I'm a businessman. But that is my vision for Nigeria.
Are you going to vote come 2019?
We will vote now come 2019. Yes, now. Are you not see what is happening? So we will vote. We will vote come 2019. We are going to exercise our franchise, and we also call all the young people also to come out and vote. Let's make the decision and know that we are the one that voted whoever that is there.
Nobody will not get PPC now, but I lost my own.
I know I'm planning to get another one.
I have applied for it. I have already applied for it.
Are you going to vote come 2019?
I'd always vote now. I'd always vote. So I'm a good Nigerian. I'd always vote. But now we say if we vote finish, we know they see whether or what we vote or now they come out. Now with our problem.
Do you have your permanent voter card?
Of course I do.
Okay. Do you have one with you? No. Okay. Are you going to vote come 2019?
Why won't I vote? As long as I'm going to be alive, God helping me, I will vote. That's my civic right.
What's your advice to those who don't have this permanent voter card and they are not willing to collect?
Not willing, then they are losing out. They should go and get it. It's important.
You get PVC?
I don't get them.
Why?
I go this time, I don't get them. They don't give me up to today.
You don't go vote for 2019?
What I will take vote? When the thing no day. What I will take vote?
Well, you go collect before vote starts.
When they give me, I will collect it now. Why not?
What's your advice to those who don't have?
Well, let them go and get and vote because it's good to vote.
You have your permanent voter card?
Why not?
Are you willing to vote come 2019?
If I see what's going on, like what's happened last, I can't vote. Because what they promise us is not what we are seeing. You understand? So that is it.
So what's your advice to those who don't have the permanent voter card?
It's necessary for Nigerians to have it. If you're in Nigeria, you should have it. It's necessary so that they will tell you that you're one of them. Sure, you're getting me. And if you want to go to the bank, if you want to do anything, you can use it to pass through the bank. That's all.
So how many people have been informed to go and get?
I've not informed anyone. Like I know that many, like even if we are 1,000, like 99 have it.
Really?
Yes. Because during the time of voting last 2000, that was 2015 if I'm not mistaken. So everybody was rushing to have it. Even some people, I was under the rain during that time.
I don't have my voter's card.
Why?
Why should I get? Why should I get?
So you're not going to vote in 2019?
I won't vote.
Why?
Why should I vote?
So that means you're going to vote in 2019?
I hope so. If I'm alive, I will vote.
So what's your advice to those who don't have permanent voter card?
No advice because it's a choice. If you look at what is happening in the country, sometimes you are discouraged to vote. So it's a choice. Like me, after 2015 election, I decided not to vote again in Nigeria. But because of what is happening now, I say I must go out and vote.
Do you have your permanent voter card?
Yes, I do.
So that means you're going to vote come 2019?
I'm still thinking about it.
Why?
I'm gonna vote. I'll decide before that time, and I'm sure by then I would have made up my mind to vote and decided who I will vote for.
Okay. Now, what's your advice to those who don't have their permanent voter card?
It's very important. Make every effort to have it because the card is your power. No matter how you're dissatisfied with what is happening in the country presently, the only mechanism that you have to make a change or to bring your desire to bear is the PVC. It's very important. Make effort, go online, There are ways you can locate your PVC wherever it is and you can go and get it. It's very, very important. Make every effort. It's not just about ranting on social media. We have to also take practical steps, one of which is getting our voters card.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Welcome back. The power to make a decision lies in the hands of the electorate. Well, if you don't have one, that is your PVC. Go out there and get yours. Till I come your way again with another interesting episode of your darling program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Emmanuel Ajayi. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I don't buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I don't buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
It's another episode of your darling program, The People. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi, right here at Lekki Phase 1, sampling the opinions of Nigerians on topical matters. This time around, we're talking about the recovered looted funds and the 2018 budget. Should this money be used to finance the budget? And in part 2 of the program, I'll be taking you straight to Abuja and what exactly is happening there. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Should it be used to finance the 2018 budget?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
I think it should be used to finance the poor people. We should use it to help the poor people and finance, I think, to provide jobs for youth like me and some other people. So.
Money where they steal for Nigeria. Make it and do waiting. Budget for what?
The 2018 budget. Where they go use take do this country.
And all the money where they take, where they go do, where they do all of these people who say they don't get, where they don't get, papa they don't get, mama they go give them.
Really?
Yeah. All the money where they go and go, person they don't get, papa they don't get, mama they don't feed them.
It should be used to develop Nigeria by putting in place other infrastructure not captured in the budget. Okay, because without the looted fund, I believe Nigeria has revenue already, which can be used to finance the budget. So it should be seen as a surplus, okay, which should be diverted to other things that are not captured in the budget.
I don't believe they've recovered any money because the fight against corruption. Okay, let me start from the fight against corruption. The fight against corruption is Buhari is only tackling people that are against his government, not people that some people. Okay, let me give you an example now. This Lagos State, Obani Koro was part of PDP before, and they removed his name from a looted list. Even now, we don't have accounts for the money recovered yet. So when we are not talking about using the money for finance the budget. Okay, I think have they now passed the budget now? Like they added some amount to it and other thing. So talking about the recovered money, I don't really believe maybe any money was recovered. So talking about talk less of adding it to the budget or anything. So
it's a good thing. This money that they are collecting, you see, as you can see, although the president is trying his best for the country to come in order, but they should use this money in building. Unemployment is everywhere. Everybody is a graduate. Like me, I'm a graduate. No work. Can you imagine a graduate is a driver? It's not supposed to be like that, but like that. Let them build a company for us. A good things. Let us be working. So that everything will be in order. As you can see, like as I was talking to you, go to Ikate, people just, I saw some people lying down, no food, no this one. I told them that you should cool down. Everything's going to be okay in Nigeria here, that we should just be praying to God. By the grace of God, they say we should give our president the second time. And when he comes the second time, everything's going to be okay. So we are just keeping our finger across and see everything's going to be okay by the grace of God. Let them do us well. Let them give us work so that everything will be okay. Because we are the youth of this country. So God bless you.
The capital being a amount of money being mounting out every year. So instead of using that one, we can still use that money to channel it to another place. Because
like what? To the budget or what?
We can use it to at least, we need the infrastructure in this our country.
Looted funds. If they can use it to finance 2018 budget, I think it will be good. Because I've heard them saying they're going to borrow to finance the budget. When we have enough looted funds that we have recovered, I think if they use it, it's going to be a good idea.
Basically, recovered funds, if it should be used to finance, it's a bit dicey because all those things listed for to be done with the money itself should have already been listed on the budget itself. So maybe it's using those kind of funds for, well, there is nothing they use it to do anyway. So what is it to be used for? If we can actually get, if it will help, maybe to serve as an intervention to any other program or any other infrastructure or social, something to just elevate and make life better for Nigerians. If it can be used for it to be a very better option than recovered funds, we don't even know where it goes to. So we can just use it for something, it will be better that way.
What do you make of this recovered looted funds? Should it be used to finance the 2018 budget?
I think it depends on what's in the budget, because most times when the budgets of the last year's budget had a lot of frivolous things included, I think, things that were not necessary and things were a bit dubious.
Really?
Yes, I think, but I'm not going to go into details, but it depends on what's in the budget. So yes, it should be, that's the right thing to do with looted funds, apparently.
Okay, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I definitely think it should be used for the budget. I mean, what else would the money be used for other than to finance things that are going on in the country? So yeah, it should be used for the budget.
I think the war against anti-corruption has been so smooth as it is, but the recovered loot, as it is called, I don't think it should be used to finance anything for 2019. Instead, it should be put into the economy and finances of the country, so that people can live better and we can have dividends of democracy, not to finance 2019, 2018, whatever.
That's exactly what it should be used for now, Abi, for the 2018 budget, right?
So are you quite confident with the anti-corruption war of this administration?
Anti-corruption war of this administration? Yes, I think they are doing fine. They are really doing fine. At least many things have happened, monies have been recovered, and that's good. That's a good one.
No, we should not be used.
Why?
How can it be used? It's our money. If they make another budget should be separate for the money they looted. So, but the question I will ask, where is the money? Do you see the money they looted?
I'm asking you a question.
So you should answer it. So the recovered
money they looted, they are just telling us they recover money, they recover money. They are lying to us, they are deceiving you. They are deceiving us. Do you ever see the money? Whatever the one they say they found at Ikoyi, where is those monies? They want to separate, making budgets. They are telling us they make budget. They want to use another money to finance another budget. They are lying.
Even the ones that, the money that are being recovered, we are not seeing the effect in the economy. That's just what I can. So I don't even, the effect of the fighting of the corruption, I don't think I'm seeing it.
Don't you think the recovered money should be put in budget, the 2018 budget?
That is what it's supposed to be. But we should start seeing the effect from now. That they are recovering money, the economy should feel the impact that we are recovering the money. We are not seeing the effects.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Does it mean from 1999 to date, it's only the opposition party members that have looted this treasury? What about the past presidents that came twice under this? Is it because they are too big, their hands are too big for handcuffs? Let justice prevail. As far as I'm concerned, that list is a kangaroo list.
I don't see any fairness about the list, you understand? Because some people, what I say about the list, what of those who move from PDP to APC? Some of them they have looted. I mean, some of them are looters as well, but their name are not there. You understand? So, and some of the list, I mean, some people names I saw in the list. I think you know, they are still having most of them are having a court case.
The action of the looters that has put Nigeria where we find ourselves today. So it's better they publish their names and persecute them so that others will learn from it.
That before putting their names outside, they make sure that they are being duly prosecuted before releasing their name. You cannot just an allegation that has not been proved legally.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Welcome back. Well, it's been an interesting episode of your daily program, The People, sampling the opinions of Nigerians on topical matters. Nigerians are talking concerning the 2018 budget and the recovered looted funds. And also, you saw what Nigerians said there in Abuja. Till I come your way again with another bumper package of your daily program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Emmanuel Ajayi. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes.
To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
It's another episode of your darling program, The People. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. Well, the killings in the country at the moment is indeed generating reactions from Nigerians. Well, Nigerians are indeed talking, advising the federal government on what to do to nip in bud there's various and nefarious killings in Nigeria. Well, let's go more on the streets to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. As I remain your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. See you more on the streets.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
All I think I can say about it is for the government to respond quickly to exactly what's going on and not to shy away from it. And they should not feel that or think that people does not know what's going on. People would know exactly what's going on, and right now social media is actually flooded with that issue. And the best I can advise them is to respond as soon as possible, because there's a lot of outcry now, and nobody knows where it's going to lead to. But let me not really say what's going to happen about it. So that's the advice I have for the government. Thank you.
Well, there seems to be general insecurity around, but I think those concerned can still do something about it. The president is not the only one in the country. Other people who are supposed to take charge of security should also sit up and do what they're supposed to do. I don't think the president is a fault here. He has other people that have been saddled with the responsibility. So they should do their job and let's secure the country. He has given direction, I'm sure, about the various people. They should also be proactive enough to do their own job. I think that will solve the problem.
See it as barbaric. And I think the president, Buhari, should do something about it, because I feel he has the power to actually do something about it. Him keeping quiet about it, it's something else.
Is the president keeping quiet?
To me, he's actually keeping quiet. I feel he has the power to actually put an end to it. And I feel if he doesn't do anything, in few years from now, Nigeria will go on what we call food shortage. Because I can see Benue is one of the states actually they deal more with agriculture. They are the ones supplying the food to the nation. So them not if this killing continue, I feel there will be shortage of food in Nigeria.
Nobody can be comfortable with it.
So what's the solution?
Well, the solution lies. I believe that the solution mainly is God, but obviously as a man we have many things to do about it. As a government and people who are in the position of power, I believe there are policies to checkmate all of those things. You understand? So I think I will just need to step up to make sure we apply the right policy to it. That's just it. If we can follow the policy that is already in the book, I believe that will go a long way.
What's happening in the country now is beyond doubt. The killing in the country, government should do something about it, particularly this Fulani S-men. It has now taken over the whole Benue state. Just of recent, they killed people at the native town of the governor of the state. So government have to do something before the whole thing go around the whole country. So that's what I want to say.
I think it's motivated by some underground influence. I think some people are involved. Maybe, I don't know, some people because it's sequential, you understand, and it's continuous. So it means it's premeditated. It means some people are involved and they have an agenda and they are trying to perpetuate that agenda in our country. That's what I think. So
how should this be nipped in bud?
I think it should be investigated. You understand? Because it's sequential, it means that some people are behind, like I said, so they should find out who those people are, what they want, and they should address them or bring them to book, whichever way it requires. You understand what I'm saying?
So the government should become more involved with everything that is happening. I feel like they're not involved at all. I feel like their mind is somewhere else. They're doing what they want to do, and they're just nowhere. Priorities are displaced. So I feel like they should just become more involved and increase security and yeah.
Of course I'm not happy about the situation of the country. It's so saddening. I'm not just happy, and I pray God will intervene as soon as possible.
So what's your advice to the government?
They should try all they could to make peace reign, and they should have a right mind to government as a ruling people. If you have people that have right mind, then things is going to be all right in the country.
It's like the situation in this country is getting out of hand. There are a lot of reported cases of killings here and there, just as you have mentioned. But one thing I believe is that if the government can really see to it and make sure, because these people are agitating for a particular thing, and that is what I don't know. But if the government can make a serious effort to really know why all these things are really happening and take a proactive measure to make sure that all their needs are met, and to also see that the killings get reduced to the barest minimum, because it's getting out of hand. Like the Boko Haram and all that, up till now, many people, majority of us doesn't really know why they are really doing the killings, because it's senseless. It's senseless to me. So I think the whole something lies on the government, because we have little power. We cannot go and face them. It's only the government that can really do it. If they really want to do it, I believe they can do it.
Okay, based on the killings going on in Benue and Taraba, actually, I think what the step the Senate actually want to take is actually okay, because it's just getting much day by day, year by year, and people are dying. Those people, it's blood flowing in their blood, as in their body. They are like human beings like us, and we can't just be looking at this one to be going, all this killing to be going on. So it's good that the Senate and any other body ready to ensure that this thing stops, so that we have peace in our country.
Happy when things is not normal. I'm not happy.
So what's your advice to the government?
For them to do their work and make things work the way we want it.
I don't know anything about that.
Are you happy that people are dying in other states?
I'm not happy about that, but I don't know what to say about that. I will just all what I can say is our governor to find something to do about it. So that's all.
Lives are being shared, like I see we're animals, we're goats, so it's not funny at all. We just need quick response towards it.
The Senate has summoned the president. What do you make of it?
What do I do? What?
Make of the Senate inviting the president to give analysis on what has happened.
Mine is just let them just find a way to fix it. Like let the president just do something, because it keeps happening and then there's no solution to it. Like it's always happening. It's everywhere. Even when I was traveling the last time, they attacked us on the way, the Fulani herdsmen, but it's just God. So if the government can't do anything to it, I don't think our lives and properties are safe here in Nigeria.
I'm the president. We definitely have to go to that state and then summon the governor of the state and then know what is going around there, because what is going on there is this is political issue. This political issue, and there is governor that is leading that the same Taraba and or other states. You understand? But they're supposed to summon those people before they summon the president.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Welcome back. This is how we draw the curtain on your darling program, The People. Nigerians, they're talking concerning the various killings in some parts of the country, Nigeria. It is expected that we give value for life. Till I come your way again with another bumper package of your darling program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Emmanuel Ajayi. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will free give you 500.
Sure, this one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let change up. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will free give you 500.
Sure, this one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let change up. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
What a wonderful day, City Lagos, Nigeria. It's another episode of your darling program, The People. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi, on the streets, feeling the pulse of Nigerians on topical matters. This time around, we're talking concerning the alleged looters list released by the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed. And what are Nigerians saying at this time? Let's go more on the streets to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. As I remain your host, Emmanuel Ajayi, see you more on the streets.
The kangaroo list just to blackmail opposition. Why is the list coming only from the opposition side? Does it mean from 1999 to date it's only the opposition party members that have looted this treasury? What about the past presidents that came twice under this? Is it because they are too big, their hands are too big for handcuffs? Let justice prevail. As far as I'm concerned, that list is a kangaroo list.
I don't see any fairness about the list, you understand? Because some people, what I say about the list, what of those who move from PDP to APC? Some of them they have looted. I mean, there are some of them are looters as well, but their name are not there. You understand? So, and some of the list, I mean, some people names I saw in the list. I think you know they are still having most of them are having a court case.
The action of the looters that has put Nigeria where we find ourselves today. So it's better they publish their names and persecute them so that others will learn from it.
That before putting their names outside, they make sure that they have been duly prosecuted before releasing their name. You cannot just an allegation that has not been proved legally. You don't go on releasing their names. You make sure that they are guilty of it before you now release their names.
I've not seen any ex-PDP member on the list. So they're telling us that all the new, the converted PDP member that was in APC, that was in PDP before, are clean. So I think they are biased with the results.
Why do you say so?
They have been biased because I think there's no, out of those lists, no, there's none APC, the new APC member that was PDP before during Jonathan's regime. They were not on the list. So obviously, it's biased with it.
All right. I believe before now, if they are serious, if they have anything to offer, if they are serious about it, they're supposed to release it before now. Nigerians have been asking them to publish these names. They refused. But at the time the election is around the corner now, they are bringing lists. The lists that have been counted, I don't believe it.
Why?
It's too late. It's just to score some cheap goals, political goals. That's the way I see it.
Although to my opinion, I just see that as a blackmailing to blackmail other
to blackmail opposition so that they can gain the opportunity to win second time. That's the way I see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say so?
Why this time? Why this time? Why is it that during the election, when the election is about to take place, they now bring the issue of Luther out? So they are trying to bring down the opposition so that they can gain advantage to win the next election. That's where I see it.
What I can say is that the two political parties, both the APC and the PDP, are corrupt. The reason why I'm saying is that all the politicians, even though the one in the House of Assembly, all of them are corrupt. So you cannot say one side is corrupt. What of the other side? The other side of it, you cannot even say, is it everybody that is in the House of Representatives, is it all of them that is clean? So what we are saying is that let everybody come out and say, all of us, we are corrupt, not one-sided.
The list, I'm not saying anything special about the list. They are seeing the same people now. So what are we talking about? You are not the same APC and PDP. They are the same people. So there's nothing special about the list. If they want to do the right thing, they do the right thing. So there's no need to carry the full nose, or the full nose. We will know the truth. We know the truth, please.
I don't want to be partisan, but what I want you to let you know, any name released, the person has a right to go to court if it's clean. I will not criticize the government for releasing it. Though some people might say we have other corrupt people in the other camp, but it is the onus, there's onus on the people they mention their name to defend their name. I'm not saying anything more than that. Why? Because the government of the day, they are more or less God of the day. And if they impugn your name in any matter, you have a right to seek redress. Perhaps this is the time for the lawyers to smile.
We've known them to be a liar and then deceiver. They're just doing that to deceive because they know that election is coming around and they want to buy into the hearts of people, claiming that they are innocent, they are saints, and then trying to point finger at others that they are looters, which it is glaring and we all know who are the people looting our fund in the nation. So they are not exempted among the looters. Even if they release any list, they are not exempted. It's just that there's a mixture because we can't differentiate from APC and PDP because they're swapping from one party to the other. Majority of them came from one party, went back there, and then, when you did wrong, maybe you corrupt in one party and you want to take refuge, you go to the next party, then your secret is covered, for as much as you are in the ruling party. So that's what is happening. So there are lots of them, if not all of them, in the APC that they are looters, they are thieves.
As I can see, it doesn't cover the corrupt people in the government because Nigerians per se, we don't look at corruption as an evil now because of the way the country is run. If the leadership can do something extraordinary to start it from the grassroots, so that list I can say something about it, but now I don't take that list as a serious issue.
Why?
In every aspect of Nigerian life, you can see the corrupt. If we go to the police from the grassroots, that's why the list. Even if they begin to write the fake, I don't look at the fake. I don't look at the list. I will just pass over it. As you are saying it, the list, I just knew that there is list, but I'm not taking it as anything because I know in the system, Nigeria itself is a corrupt place. You can start from the police. Where do you start? So I don't take the list as an issue.
I don't believe in the alleged looters list. I believe there's a fraud in it.
Why?
Those alleged looters lists, I believe those figures are not the actual figures because there was a time whereby EFCC brought out a list that the looters this was 500 billion naira and Ministry of Finance is 41 billion naira. So where is the remaining 401 million naira, 1 billion naira? So the alleged looters list, why should we believe it? I just believe they just want to use to make create headlines. So you understand? Because what you see is not everything. So you understand? So
those people listed there, are you saying they are not looters?
those people say that I don't know why they put allege them as looters. So I can say they are not looters. So they posted their name and alleged them as looters. So we are Nigerians. So it's whatever they say to us that we are made to believe. So that is it.
By Lai Mohammed, I wouldn't know what to say because I don't know whether that has improved or not. Because those people that are listed there are denying the fact that they looted any treasury. So we leave everybody for God to judge.
I want to believe it is selective. Yes, I want to believe there are some people in the APC that are also looters. But because they are in the same party, they refuse to release their name. There are some people from PDP that joined APC that also looted before they leave PDP. And they are holding one post or the other in APC now. Their name did not come out. Why? Though some of those names they mention, they are, of course, some of them know that they are wrong. But it is also good if they can balance it. Bring the name of other people in APC, bring the name out. Then apart from that, good that you also brought this name now. Go ahead to prosecute them. Go ahead, get the money. Let's know how much you'll be able to realize. Let's know what you use the money for. That's the matter most. God bless.
What if your name is part of the looters in this country? How will you feel?
How will you say what if my name is part of it? I can't feel. I will feel bad because I wouldn't let my name to be part of it. And I can do my possible best to clear my name.
Really?
Yes.
So what do you make of looters in this country? Those are looting our treasury.
I wouldn't say anything about it because I don't judge people. I can't judge people because I'm not there and I don't really know what is going on with them or something. So I can't really judge them.
So you're happy the way treasury is being looted?
No. I didn't say I'm happy. I'm not happy about it. But if there is any other thing that we can do it's just for us to be praying that God should change their mind and their ways and the way they are doing. That is just the solution because we can't do anything today. We can't go and be fighting them or something. So that is it.
So you don't feel we can't take them to court?
Of course, but in this country we don't have what they call law.
Really?
Yes, there is, but we don't take action on it. So it's really killing us. Maybe because they have the upper hand or something. We've known many of them that they've taken to court, that they've taken to jail. Even if they come out of the jail, so they'll still even celebrate their coming back home. So what are we not saying? Why disturb ourselves about it? The only solution that I know is just for us to be praying. God should just change their minds.
Thank you very much. So
we look at the governors of all the states in Nigeria. APC has 24 states. Out of 24 states, 22 were PDP members before joining APC. So that means that those people who are in PDP before joining APC were also the looters of our treasury. We defended in the sense that we cannot sentiment the issue of corruption. This government is fighting corruption in a very lopsided way, in the sense that once you are a friend to the president of Nigeria and you lose the country, once you are a friend, you are a saint. For instance, look at Obanikoro, for instance. Obanikoro too looted the treasury and he was found wanting. And they run after him. He left this country. When he came back, he paid some money and joined the APC. When he joined the APC, he became a saint. Look at Bayelsa State Governor, Chiba Alimesia. When Jonathan was there, he was tried for looting, and 42.7 of his house was impounded when Jonathan was there. Then they joined the APC. All the houses were given to him. They were fully who? Are we fighting corruption? That's how to fight corruption. Somebody said Buhari is clean. Fine, it's clean. But people under him are all looters. PDP came up with a very fundamental question. The question is that how does Buhari fund his campaign fund? Where does he get the money from? It's not from the Amishi, and other PDP members who put money into his campaign before he become the president. So what are we saying? Nigerians are suffering. There's no work. No free education is no longer there. And when they came in, they promised us. So many things were promised. None.
So what's the solution to all this?
The solution to all this is that let these old people, these old politicians, leave us alone. Let them leave us alone. Let we decide our president that rule this country. We don't want for the foreign president again, because when they appoint for us, they control them. And when they control them, we have no say. Our vote does not count. When your vote counted, it is when you choose a president that belongs to you, not a president that is being appointed by them. That is where we are looking at it now. My advice to Nigerians now, Nigerians youth, get your VPC ready and choose a president that is a youth, that has energy, that can move the country forward. Not all these old Nigerians who have wasted our money. All of them are looters. There's nobody that's not loot. But let's get somebody that is sincere, that can move the country forward. This Buhari has no way.
So much contradiction in what the government of the day is doing that we don't even know where we are heading to. We have three arms of government, is that not? The executive, the legislature, the judiciary. You took people to court. The court has not found them guilty. You now brought a list and you call them looters, not alleged looters, not accused persons. So you have turned yourself to executive and you are now doing the work of the judiciary. That's simple.
There's a court order that says they should publish the names of looters.
No, there's no. The court order that says they should publish the name of looters. When the court gives order, you publish the names of those who have been convicted as looters. That is what the court says. Because they have been saying, we have looters, and they never told us who are the looters. They never told us how much have been looted. They say they recovered so much. And we, the masses, want to know how much they have recovered. That's why we went to court and got an order that they should give us the name of the looters and the loot. So now, court has not given judgment. And you, the executive, you are already pronouncing them looters. I am not in PDP, I'm not in APC, but I'm a citizen of Nigeria. Are you not contradicting yourself? Like I started, I told you we have three arms of government. Each, shoulder with the responsibility. The executive is to execute the laws. The legislature is to make the law. The judiciary is to interpret and tell us who is a looter and who is not a looter. Now, you, the executive, you have seized the job of both the executive and the judiciary, and you are even the legislator now.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Welcome back. This is how we draw the curtain on your daily program, The People. Nigerians are talking concerning the alleged list released by the federal government via the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. It is expected that the issue of looting the country dry will be a thing of the past in the nearest future. Till I come your way again with another bumper package of your daily program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Emmanuel Ajayi Odabo. Say Anjima. Bye for now.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will free give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The People, giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure, this one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
It's another episode of your darling program, The People. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. On the streets, getting the pulse of Nigerians on topical matters. This time around, we'll be talking concerning the comments made by the president of Nigeria to some certain youth in the country as being lazy. And what are Nigerians saying concerning this one? Well, let's hit the streets to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. See you more on the streets.
To a business, I have a salon. I'm a stylist, so I have a lot of work I'm doing. I'm a sportman. I'm a rider for Lagos State. I'm a cyclist for Lagos State. At the same time, I'm into a property estate agent.
So you believe you are very agile?
Yes. You
are not into fraud?
No.
Are you a lazy person?
No, I'm not a lazy person.
Are you sure? What do you do?
I'm a driver. Yeah, I'm a taxi driver.
So how much do you make per day?
Now the way the country be now, the 4 person can make money now, wahala.
Are you a lazy Nigerian?
No, I'm not.
Tell me what you do.
I teach.
You teach?
Yeah.
So, are you comfortable with what you're doing?
I am. That's what I love doing, so I'm very much
Can you
comfortable.
teach children at home at the moment?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, do something.
Hello. Announce the name of any person, animal, place, or things.
I'm a farmer.
You're a farmer?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's my farm over there. I'm going to the farm now.
So how much do you make per day or per week?
A week, I made like 30,000 naira.
Really?
Yeah.
On your farm?
On my farm, after buying fertilizer, buying manure, paid people that are working for me. When I saw, because I used to supply for restaurants. So after, in the weekend, I made like 30,000.
That means you're comfortable?
Not really, but I thank God.
I will never be a lazy Nigerian, never.
Are you sure?
I'm not lazy.
What do you do?
Nigeria is the most hard-working people in this planet. Nigerians, the youth of Nigeria is the most hard-working Nigerians on this planet.
What do you do?
I'm a businessman.
What kind of business do you do?
I'm into interior. I do painting, I do screeding and POP. That's what I do.
Are you comfortable with what you're doing?
Of course, I'm okay. I'm comfortable.
Lazy Nigerian?
No, I'm not a lazy of Nigeria.
You're not a lazy person?
I'm not a lazy person.
I can see you are sweating. Are you hardworking?
Yes, I'm hardworking in Nigeria.
What do you do?
I'm doing mechanic engineer. Yeah.
Really? Are you comfortable with what you're doing?
Very sure.
Yeah, I'm not. How can I be? Yeah, like I wake up very early in the morning, 5:30, and then I get back home very late, around 9:10. So how can I be lazy? It's almost impossible. And we are into books, book distribution, and then we also do trainings. Yeah, so that's the kind of job I do. And then I also do other jobs part-time. And when I get home at night, I also do a little coding for myself. So for me, I don't understand. When you talk about laziness, I don't think that's in my DNA, and even in other Nigerians' DNA too.
You are not a lazy Nigerian?
At all, I'm never a lazy Nigerian.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you do?
I'm an engineer, a networking engineer.
So how rigorous is your work?
Well, my work is very cool, nice. I'm into CCTV, IP cameras, installation and supplies.
And are you comfortable with what you're doing?
Very much comfortable.
Well then, are you a lazy Nigerian?
I'm not a lazy Nigerian, bro.
Really?
Yep.
I can see you even carry this heavy load of bag. Well, he's saying he's not a lazy person. Tell me, what do you do?
Yo, I'm a graduate, but still searching for job.
No, you're still searching.
Yeah.
Is that why you're carrying this bag?
No, I went to pick. I went for a weekend. I went to visit a friend. I'm just coming from a friend.
So you believe you're not lazy?
I'm not a lazy
So
Nigerian.
if you're given work to do, you work.
If the opportunity is given to me today, I will embrace it.
You are not waiting for oil money.
I'm not waiting for any kind of joy that come my way. I will embrace it for now.
Are you a lazy Nigerian?
No,
Tell me, how do you mean? What do you do?
I'm a student.
You're a student?
Yeah.
So you believe if you're out of school, you work?
Sure, yeah.
You will not wait for oil money?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no.
So aside from going to school, what other things are you doing?
Actually, I want to learn makeup artistry. So that
You believe that will add more income to you?
yes. I'm going to fashion designer stuff.
So you see yourself as hardworking Nigerian?
Yeah, sure.
Are you a lazy Nigerian?
No.
Really?
How can I be a lazy Nigerian? I wake up as early as 5 a.m. to go to my office at VI, and I come back as late as 9 p.m. So how can you call me like a lazy Nigerian? If I'm lazy, of course, I'll be sleeping in my house, and I wait for federal government to come and take care of my needs. But because I'm not a lazy Nigerian, that is why I'm going to work. And I work because I want to take care of my family.
Are you okay with what you're doing?
Yes, of course. For now, I'm very comfortable with what I'm doing.
You're okay with what they do?
I
okay.
I know they're okay.
You're not okay?
They're okay with the thing what I'm doing. Yes.
Tell me, how much do they make per day?
They make profit now. When I'm working, I'm see money. I cannot tell you how much when I'm seeing.
That's why you are so fat like this?
And so now God do me now.
You sure say you dey hard work, you dey work well?
No hear. I no hear.
You don't hear anything?
Yes, no hear English.
What do you do?
I'm a mechanic engineer.
Are you okay with what you're doing?
I'm not okay like that because not all the time I used to get work.
So you're not getting work now?
I'm getting work, but not all the time. Before you get another one, you do maybe the money I finish.
An average Nigerian youth can live anywhere in the world and we would live fine. Whether or not we are empowered, but please know that we still survive and we are still positive. You know, look at the entertainment industry. We are making it happen. Football, music, whatever, all of the talents that we have, we are making it happen. And we will keep striving to make sure that we take the country to a greater height.
Because I'm not.
Are you sure you're not lazy?
No, I'm not lazy.
Tell me, what do you do? What do you do?
I'm a makeup artist and I also bake.
You also do what?
I bake.
You bake?
For a living. So I'm not lazy.
So how much do you make per day?
Depending on what I do, if I bake the wedding cake, I get up to 7,000 naira, and if I'm doing makeup for like bridal shower or a bride, I get like 70 to 8,000 or even 100 sometimes. So I'm not lazy.
So are you comfortable with what you're doing?
It's better than working for someone that work from Monday to Saturday, and the end of the day I have to wait for 30 days to get my pay when I know within a week I can get up to what somebody else is waiting for 30 days to get. So I'm not lazy either.
Every morning to go to my office, and I have what I'm doing. I'm doing business.
Aside from being a civil servant, you do business too?
Yes, I do business.
So you see yourself as hardworking?
Very, very hardworking. And I also see Nigeria's youth as very, very hardworking. I'm hardworking. So I take myself as an example. I'm hardworking.
Go get a job?
I sell market.
So as they sell market, the money no dey come in?
The money no come as before that I used to lose. Something that's so called in market.
You don't get handwork?
No.
Why?
Because there's no money to learn work. If I have money, I will learn more work for myself. But no.
So are you not planning to at least go and go somewhere, beg them for you to just learn?
I'm planning to learn a work, but when there is money, I will learn.
Why will you wait to get money?
I don't know what to say. Nigeria is so, I don't know, things so
Why
tough.
Nigeria? Why not yourself?
But we are in Nigeria. This Nigeria is supposed to be better for poor people, but we like this, you are suffering.
Why not try to do something to better your life?
If I have the money, I will do for something that will
Why
better.
must you wait to have the money?
So there's things very costly. When we buy something, maybe 10 times, we now see 2 times. I will feel my children. Which one will take care of myself? Which one will learn the work?
Welcome back. This is our draw the curtain on your darling program, The People. Nigerian talking concerning the comments made by the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. It is expected that young Nigerians in Nigeria will be useful for the greatness of this country. Till I come your way again with another bumper package of your darling program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Manuel Ajayi. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
The apology of the PDP to Nigerians at the moment is generating reactions from Nigerians. It's another episode of your darling program, The People. Well, the PDP has come out to tell Nigerians that they were quite sorry for ruling the country otherwise for 16 years. And the PDP are talking that, well, we're coming back to power come 2019 general elections. How possible with this? Well, APC reacting concerning this one, saying it's not about apology, it's about confessing your sin and returning of the looted funds. Well, let's go more on the street to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. As I remain your host, Manuel Ajayi. See you more on the streets.
It's acceptable now. As far as we do offend God, and God do forgive us. So we are human beings. Nobody is perfect. Only that can they make the amendment based on what they have caused the country so far. So we should only pray to God for His mercy on us.
Is it about forgiveness or confession?
It's more or less of confession. For somebody to come out and say, okay, we've accepted that we've wronged you, to me it's also a confession.
The APC says they should return the looted funds. What do you make of this?
Do you think it's possible in this country? Do you think it's possible? If at all they can recover some of it, fine. But it will be very good if they can at least for me some. And if possible all.
If people can do well, we are accepted. The way the country be now. So people that are not supposed to suffer, they are suffering now. Some people enjoy this country, some people are not enjoying. So that's why if people can be setting the country in order, so we accept the apologize.
So you accept the apology of PDP? Say, men are no verse.
We accept if they can do well.
Does he want to do it again? I mean, does he the one? Maybe just maybe they do and go. I mean, what did they mean? What did they mean? Say like.
They won't come back now for 2019.
They won't come back. Me I no accept them.
Why?
Why PDP don't? I no accept. Come on to you. I no accept.
Come on.
That's
why. Tell me.
Father, they rule us 16 20 years now.
16 years.
16 years. They don't do us well. If they won't come back, me I no support make they come back. So because this this country now, I don't know how the way it's going.
I try to PDP come back because PDP they tried to do well before. That's the only one thing.
The apology of the PDP to Nigerians, I want to say it's a good sense of maturity in the part of the PDP to have apologized to Nigeria, because if someone realizes that he has made a mistake, a wrong, and he apologizes, I think he has have a rethink. And God is God of second chance. So we can accept the apology and give them second chance. And if they didn't perform this time, and we now believe that the apology is fake. But I want to say that Nigeria should accept the apology and give PDP second chance.
Why the second chance?
Well, because I believe that someone that falls, and when he stood up, he sees mistakes, can still perform better. And I want to say that all the parties, even APC, it did not even meet to the expectation of people. So if someone realizes that they have made a mistake and they apologize, we can accept the apology. And we still believe that they can still perform more better.
To me, it's just a simple thing. If the apology is accepted, so why not? Because what really matters now is really our attitude. Because if you have a good character and you are being elected as a leader, then that doesn't. But our problem is that once we get there, most of us are just full of this. We have bad attitude. So if the apology is being accepted, why not? To me, it's good. I think that depends on people's opinion, because we've been deceived enough. So if they are apologizing now, I think that's actually part of their strategy to actually fool the masses. Let me use the word second time. So PDP apologizing to the masses is just another political way of getting themselves back. That's to my own opinion, though.
Now the APC is saying that if you apologize, you should recover or return the diluted funds. What do you make of that?
What about the one APC have stolen themselves? So if they are asking PDP to recover back the money, then we need to ask the APC as well. What about the one they themselves have mismanaged? So it's not possible for a thief to actually ask a fellow thief how he or she has mismanaged, or I don't know how to really put it. But the truth about the whole thing is both APC and PDP, they are both fooling us.
Say I vote them back for 2019. That one, they possible?
It's not possible for TBP to enter in 2019. As you talk to me, I know what is that I want to prove myself is this that. Do you know that APC, they are the ones that are there. They want to support Buhari politics. I understand it. But PDP is not to be there. Asami, PDP not to be there. What do you say?
I say that Nigeria should not vote for PDP.
It's not proper for vote for PDP. PDP are not there. They are doing rubbish. They want to spoil Buhari.
Yes, it's possible for me to vote for PDP.
Why?
I don't like APC
APC government, the way things are going on in Nigeria now, I don't like it. They promise us so many things that they do that, but what they go there mean they fail us. So I don't want them again.
Okay. Well, APC going to tell them say maybe they recover all they return the money where they don't steal, where PDP don't steal. How possible be that one?
If possible, they can report the one that will steal. But if Buhari don't take serious, health. If you won't Buhari, but I don't know whether they will further recover the money.
As you can see in Nigeria, APC and PDP, they are the same. Okay, when Goodluck is there, they say Goodluck is not good. Now APC now take over, which is Buhari. They say Buhari is not good. For me, PDP they rule 16 years. Let APC still rule like 4 years. Because they are going to 4 years now. If APC can 4 years or 8 years, we will see the changes. One, it's only the president who can help the country. It's both Senate and governor. They are the background. Because if the allocation comes to the state, not the president that will spend the allocation is the governor. Okay, right now when they share the allocation, president cannot move to the state and use the allocation. It's all those governors. Okay, look at Lagos State. You cannot use Lagos State compare other states. Okay, see Ogun State now because if we didn't have lights. Now some of them they are enjoying light now. This is the government that we are looking for. For me, I don't see anything that is bad in Buhari. I'm still appreciate Buhari government.
You are a Buharist. Are you a confirmed Buharist?
Yes, I'm okay.
APC is saying that the PDP should return all the money that they looted.
If you see issue of PDP and APC, if PDP take over tomorrow now, so there will still be battling APC to resume their money. But for me, those money they say the PDP they swallow. If they can able to return those money, I believe APC then will use the money to work for Nigeria.
So we cannot vote for PDP. We prefer APC than PDP. Although now, what Lagos State government did, he did well. I appreciate him. But our president will put more effort. We prefer APC than PDP. We don't want PDP again because PDP has already destroyed this country. We don't want him anymore. All we want is APC. Yes. Chicken. Corruption in this Nigeria. It was PDP that even bring corruption to this Nigeria. Everywhere was corrupt. It was PDP. All we want is APC. Anybody can disappoint. Forget about that. Forget about that one. Forget about it. He will soon do it back, which I believe.
If you don't corruption, fight on the journalist.
APC. I'm not talking about Buhari or no Buhari. I'm talking about APC.
Some things are very okay.
You know, wait.
Things are very changed.
And let it change.
You will say that let fight corruption generally. Now things are very changed.
That is part of change. You said things are very changed.
When it was before, you know, PDP characterizing.
Go to Lagos. If you go to here in Ogun State, go to Lagos. Lagos is not a small London. Go to Lagos. Lagos is a small London. Go to every state where PDP rule. They are doing well. But APC, all I want is we don't want APC again.
APC or PDP?
PDP, sorry. I know what I'm saying. We don't want PDP again.
APC government. They are moving like that.
Wait.
What will benefit from APC government? Tell me.
Benefits. Are you sure you know what you're saying? I know what I'm saying. I don't want PDP.
Know what I'm saying, madam.
I know what I'm saying.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, I
what will benefit from APC government?
By saying you don't.
What will benefit from?
I benefit a lot of things.
A lot of mention issues.
I don't know. I played Gary don't come down.
Gary don't come down.
Everything don't come down. What do you mean? I'm not a see, all what I benefit when I get to Lagos, I get
we don't want APC. We need PDP to lead this Nigeria.
Oh yeah, vote. I will vote for you. I will vote for you.
This is where Buhari enter. Nobody get any benefit. If you can see the bike we are riding, we are not qualified to be riding bike. We are qualified to be in school by this period of Buhari. That is why everybody's situation. That is everybody are riding bike. If you can see bike now, how much are they selling bike? They are selling bike.
Party. I want PDP party. I'm not talking about Buhari. I want APC party. I'm not talking about Buhari. I'm not talking about Buhari.
We don't need it. We need PDP.
I'm not talking about
It's very, very acceptable because nobody is above mistake. They have realized their mistake, so they apologize to us and we accept it. Even without apology, I still believe on PDP more than APC.
Why?
Look at how things are going up every day. We cannot afford to eat 3 times a day. Look at petroleum. when Goodluck Jonathan was there, increased petroleum to 110 naira. They went for strike. But APC took it to 145. Nobody talked. We are suffering in this country. Things are going up. Things are very costly. Not one thing, not two things. Everything is very costly. So for me, I'm not happy with the way things are going.
Well, APC say make PDP return all the money where they steal.
It's better for them to steal money, and we enjoy here. We make our living good. Let them steal it.
Stealing?
No, I don't want stealing. But even though that time when they are stealing, we are still living fine. Than now, there's no stealing, but we are suffering.
But don't you think it's just for a while?
For a while, this is 4 years now. Going to 4 years. 4 years is not a while. It has been taking a long time.
They're not paying me at you now. They do good now.
You sure?
When they come back on loss.
Why?
Huh? Why? The change where they change us, we will not see the change. That's it.
It depends on the vision they have. It's not the issue of apologies. What do you have in mind? You understand? When people have a vision of how to rule, the first thing is the vision. How can I rule the country? And what are the structures I have in mind? Nobody is perfect when you come to the structure. But what I'm saying is, in terms of vision, in terms of what to offer people, because what I'm saying is the kind of the same people coming to, to the system back without making a tangible impact. Tangible impact in the sense that at least 80% of the masses must be able to see the reality of this government. And who made the government? It is people that make a government. So if people are not making impact in the life of people, then it means the masses will have lost hope on them. So what I'm saying is, let everybody. This is a situation where we need to be so conscious of what somebody wants to do, what you can offer, not just to be in power.
Of the truth, PDP apologized. That's not the issue. The issue is that we need a new party. Let PDP go and rest and let APC go and rest. Let new party come up as a president, as a leader of this country. Maybe by if new party come up, they may do better more than PDP or APC.
Welcome back on your darling program, The People. Nigerians there giving their candid opinions concerning the apology of the PDP to Nigerians ahead of the 2019 general elections. It is expected that 68 political parties as registered by INEC will do the needful ahead the 2019 general elections. Still, I come your way again with another bomba package of your daily program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Emmanuel Ajayi. Bye for now.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The People, giving voice to the voiceless.
If if you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes.
To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure, this one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
It's another episode of your darling program, The People. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi, where we go out on the street to sample the opinions of Nigerians on topical matters. This time around, we'll be talking concerning the security situation in the country at the moment and what solutions are Nigerians giving at this time. Well, let's go more on the streets to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. See you more on the streets.
Well, there seems to be general insecurity around, but I think those concerned can still do something about it. The president is not the only one in the country. Other people who are supposed to take charge of security should also sit up and do what they're supposed to do. I don't think the president is a fault here. He has other people that have been saddled with the responsibility. So they should do their job and let's secure the country. He has given direction, I'm sure, about the various people. They should also be proactive enough to do their own job. I think that will solve the problem.
If I'm the president, we definitely have to go to that state and then summon the governor of the state and then know what is going around there, because what is going on there is this is political issue. It's political issue, and there is governor that is leading that the same Taraba and or other states. You understand? But they're supposed to summon those people before they summon the president.
All I think I can say about it is for the government to respond quickly to exactly what's going on and not to shy away from it. And they should not feel that or think that people does not know what's going on. People would know exactly what's going on. And right now, social media is actually flooded with that issue. And the best I can advise them is to respond as soon as possible. Because there's a lot of outcry now, and nobody knows where it's going to lead to. But let me not really say what's going to happen about it. So that's the advice I have for the government. Thank you.
What's happening in the country now is beyond doubts. The killing the country, government should do something about it. Particularly this Fulani S-men. It has now taken over the whole Benue state. Just of recent, they killed people at the native town of the government of the state. So government have to do something before the whole thing go around the whole country. So that's what I want to say.
Nobody can be comfortable with it.
So what's the solution?
Well, the solution lies, I believe that the solution mainly is God, but obviously as a man we have many things to do about it. As a government and people who are in the position of power, I believe there are policies to checkmate all of those things, you understand? So I think I will just need to step up to make sure we apply the right policy to it. That's just it. If we can follow the policy that is already in the book, I believe that will go a long way.
I think it's motivated by some underground influence. I think some people are involved. Maybe, I don't know, some people because it's sequential, you understand, and it's continuous. So it means it's premeditated. It means some people are involved and they have an agenda and they are trying to perpetuate that agenda in our country. That's what I think. So
how should this be nipping balls?
I think it should be investigated. You understand? Because it's sequential, it means that some people are behind, like I said, so they should find out who those people are, what they want, and they should address them or bring them to book, whichever way it requires. You understand what I'm saying?
So the government should become more involved with everything that is happening.
I feel like they're not involved at all. I feel like their mind is somewhere else. They're doing what they want to do, and they're just nowhere. Priorities are displaced. So I feel like they should just become more involved and increase security and yeah.
Of course I'm not happy about the situation of the country. It's so saddening. I'm not just happy, and I pray God will intervene as soon as possible.
So what's your advice to the government?
That they should try all they could to make peace reign, and they should have a right mind to government as a ruling people. If you have people that have right mind, then things is going to be all right in the country.
It's like the situation in this country is getting out of hand. There are a lot of reported cases of killings here and there, just as you have mentioned. But one thing I believe is that if the government can really see to it and make sure, because these people are agitating for a particular thing. And that is what I don't know. But if the government can make a serious effort to really know why all these things are really happening and take a proactive measure to make sure that all their needs are met, and to also see that the killings get reduced to the barest minimum, because it's getting out of hand. Like the Boko Haram and all that, up till now, majority of us doesn't really know why they are really doing the killings, because it's senseless. It's senseless to me. So I think the whole something lies on the government, because we have little power. We cannot go and face them. It's only the government that can really do it. If they really want to do it, I believe they can do it.
Okay, based on the killings going on in Benue and Taraba, actually I think what the step the Senate actually want to take is actually okay, because it's just getting much day by day, year by year, and people are dying. Those people, it's blood flowing in their blood, as in their body. They are like human beings like us, and we can't just be looking at this one to be going, all this killing to be going on. So it's good that the Senate and any other body ready to ensure that this thing stops, so that we have peace in our country.
Happy when things is not normal. So I'm not happy.
So what's your advice to the government?
For them to do their work and make things work the way we want it.
I don't know anything about that.
Are you happy that people are dying in other states?
I'm not happy about that, but I don't know what to say about that. I will just all what I can say is our governor to find something to do about it. So that's all.
Lives are being shared, like I see we're animals, we're goats, so it's not funny at all. We just need quick response towards it.
The Senate has summoned the president. What do you make of it?
What do I do? What?
Make of the Senate inviting the president to give analysis on what has happened?
Mine is just let them just find a way to fix it. Like let the president just do something, because it keeps happening and then there's no solution to it. Like it's always happening. It's everywhere. Even when I was traveling the last time, they attacked us on the way, the Fulani herdsmen, but it's just God. So if the government can't do anything to it, I don't think our lives and properties are safe here in Nigeria.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Welcome back on your darling program, The People. Nigerians are talking concerning the security situation in Nigeria at the moment. And it is expected that things will get better. Security agencies will work together in ensuring to nip in bud the insecurity challenges Nigeria is facing at the moment. Till I come your way again with another bumper package of your darling program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Emmanuel Ajayi. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure, this one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure, this one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
On this edition of the program, we'll be looking at the visit of the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, to the United States of America, meeting President Donald Trump. And in part 2 of the program, we'll be looking at the farmers' herdsmen crisis in Nigeria. It's another episode of your daily program, The People. I remain your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. Well, Nigerians indeed talking concerning issues in the polity. Well, let's go more on the street to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. See you more on the street.
I believe the president is smart enough, or I want to believe that he's smart enough to know how diplomatic things go. Like when you go to another country, the kind of document you should sign, how that document, how the content of the document will affect your country. So I choose to believe that Buhari is smart enough, or President Buhari is smart enough to know the import of his visits to the US, to Nigeria, and also the document is signed, how it's going to affect Nigeria as a whole. I just want to believe that he understood it perfectly before signing. So,
what do you make of the commendation given to him by the US president in the anti-corruption war?
Well, corruption is not new here in our clime. It's been there for God knows how long. I just think President Buhari needs to be a little bit more ingenious in tackling that issue. It's eating deep into our here. It's eating deep into our system here in Nigeria. So you just have to come up with new ways. It can't be the same way, you know. He has to come up with more ingenious ways to deal with corruption, really.
Anything can happen else again. Right. He's just trying to do just to make sure we'll vote for him in 2019. So he's just trying to show, how will I put it?
What they discussed about, 2 things I took away from the visit. One, he has been rated high on fighting corruption, which is very good, and I must commend him for that. Then secondly, is about the issue of insecurity. And if you can hear the President Trump talked about clearly about Christians being killed in Nigeria, and America is not going to sit down and watch. So it's a clear kind of, let me tell you, what it means to us is that now there's a hope in Nigeria. Buhari, for me, if I want to access him on corruption level, I will tell you that he has done very well. Not really very well, but at least for him taking up the bull by the horn to fight to the extent he has gotten to, he has tried. But then, at least, let's not forget that one of the major issues we're having is not just corruption, it's about insecurity. And the two of them should be, while fighting corruption, he should not fight corruption for dead bodies alone, but he should fight corruption for the living to learn from that mistake.
Once you join the president's party, you are no longer corrupt. And once you are not a member of his party,
you are corrupt. So that would be very difficult to agree with President Trump that corruption has really reduced. I believe in one thing: when President Buhari leaves and another government comes in, they will surely tell us how much his government have stolen. Yeah.
So you're not convinced with what Donald Trump said about anti-corruption war?
It's part of politics. I am not convinced at all. It's part of politics.
That's coming from the superpower.
He says a lot of things, both negative and positive. So that is President Trump for you. I'm not convinced until after President Buhari leaves as president, another person emerges as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will surely give an account, just the same way it is also exposing previous governments. So same thing they are going to do when he leaves. So that is when we can actually say that this government is indeed fighting corruption.
There is saying there was no problem in the contrast, and the herdsmen, the Fulani herdsmen are not with rifles, that they are not with guns, that they are with cutlasses, which is wrong.
So I sincerely hope that he's been properly schooled on what it takes to manage a diverse country. And then we hope that in the shortest possible time we'll see some of the outcome. For instance, why should another president be calling the attention of a sitting president to the killings of the citizens in the country? Right? Should any other country have to draw attention that, look, killing of other religious people should be stopped? It's not necessary. A country who realizes that, a president who realizes he's the father of the nation, does not need any other person to tell him he needs to protect his citizens.
Trump was able to present all he needed from Nigeria with little, very minute of what Nigeria needs. Our president was able to present to Donald Trump in US. So it didn't balance at all. And again, he kept telling the world his inability, his ineptitude, that it is this one, the other one that is making him not to perform. Now I talk of Libya boys again to the world that they are the cause of killing Nigeria. What is he doing? His first assignment to Nigeria as a country, as a citizen, is to protect our lives.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
When I travel home, I discovered that the herders, that's the Fulanis then, killed some, pursued so many people from the farm, which actually is what we are there to, that this is what helps us. But my people run away, they can't even go to farm anymore. For now, they are home. So I think an urgent measure has to be taken, particularly in Doma, local government of Nasarawa State. It's a serious problem now. People cannot go to farm.
The herdsmen and what's been happening in places like Makurdi and Jalingo. I'm sorry to say this. I don't think the government has been doing a lot to eradicate it, because looking at the whole thing critically, this is not like an Islamic country, where such things happen. I mean, the Fulani herdsmen should have ranches. They should have avenues whereby, it doesn't clash with whatever the farmers has to do. So basically, I think the government should step in, do what is expected to be done, you understand, concerning this issue. So I don't think much has been done about it by the government. So it's quite very disappointing for me.
The issue is this: the cattle herdsmen that we are taking, they are not the one. The cattle herdsmen, politicians are behind over the matter because of 2019 coming election. Some that they arrest, when it's checked very well, they are not herdsmen. Some they are foreigners, some they are not cattle herdsmen, some they are indigent, they are involved. If you think about it, find out how many people they arrest, how many cattle herdsmen they got there. The people that got there are different people. Not the herdsmen, the cattle herdsmen they are carrying, running up and down. They are not the one. They are different body. So I urge the Nigeria to accept patience for the man, and they will find last solution to the problem.
What I feel about the herdsmen and the killing of today is really not sincere. The government is not being fair with its citizen. I can remember back in the days, you can go to your farm, conveniently do whatever you want to do and come back. But these days, kidnappers will not allow you, which has affected our food security. If the government is doing enough, the peace we're enjoying back then, even as a Muslim, as a Christian, when it's during Muslim celebration, you see the Muslim, we cook together, we eat together. When it's Christian celebration, we buy clothes and we share together. There's no government without security. It's only security that can move the government forward. So I'm not seeing any work that the government is doing, though they've tried in their own little capacity.